Well, I finally made it. The issue is, if you come in from the other way, this sign is halfway down this road. So, I've driven past loads of times because there's no signage on the road at all to see it. Anyway, here now. I'm at YAS WATERWORLD for the day. If you want to know how close you are to, if you wanted to do Warner Brothers in the same day, it's that gold building. So you could literally park here and do both. It's really, really close. Getting here has been quite stressful. All the routes that you wanted to take me was like kind of underneath Ferrari World, but they're all blocked, so obviously they're not proper routes. So one of the main reasons for coming here is there's actually a roller coaster tick as well, so I'll show that. If you're new, please consider subscribing. It's always very much appreciated, and liking the video, because if you like the video, it'll push it to more people. My name is Stu. This is like my channel where I upload mostly theme parks, but also travel videos as well. Like travel and theme parks is kind of the theme of the channel. So if you like that, subscribe, and then you'll get pestered every time a new video comes online. But if you do subscribe, it does mean a lot, and thank you very much. I've got a meeting at 2 PM, so I've got my bag, as well as got all my swimming gear and all that sort of stuff in. I've also got my laptop. Who brings a laptop to a water park? My previous plan was to go back to the hotel, but that's a half an hour drive away. So I'd rather, if it's got half decent Wi-Fi, sit there on my laptop half an hour and then I can just carry on with my day. That'd be better. Or if there's nowhere in there, go over to the YAS Mall, because I'll definitely have Wi-Fi and stuff there. Also, I highly recommend one of these tops over here, purely because burn. So I've come in today with my 3-day pass that I bought for Ferrari World yesterday, and I probably didn't need, after seeing everything at Ferrari World, I probably didn't need 3 days. But I knew I had this, like, I knew I had a meeting in the middle, so I didn't know what I'd be doing after that. Where do I go? So here's the map. So I'm down here, just coming down here. Oh, there's a 4D kind of cinema when you get very wet in that one. Some wave riders, plenty of slides. There's some slides is like family slides, so you need more than one person to go on, so I probably won't be able to go on them today. Sometimes you can as a one share, but it's incredibly awkward, so I'm not fussed about it. Here's the suspended roller coaster, which does have effects on it, so I think you have like levers and you can drop water below you onto other guests. Some body slides. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk around, try and find a quiet spot with some sunbeds, and I'll show you some shots of what's here. There definitely seems to be more stuff in here at the moment than actual guests. Right, so I've just had to go with the roller coaster, dive bomber, and I've also had a go, just in the wave pool. It was a very, very gentle wave pool. I'm going to go around now and just have a look around and show you kind of what's here. Everything's empty, there's hardly anyone around. I've seen someone with a GoPro, with a chest mount, which I always think is quite, isn't like having a strap on a water slide, is it not bad, like friction-wise? I don't know, I've always thought that. But I'm pretty sure it said on the website you're not allowed it, and no one got back to me via email. None of the parks over here did at all, which is very odd. Even Six Flags replied to say no. Even Six Flags. Because I'm coming back to this area, I'm literally going to the Warner Brothers theme park tomorrow. I could come in here for a couple of hours. I might come back, because my ticket is valid anyway, so I might actually come back. So yeah, if you see videos, that's why. Oh, there's not many people waiting for this. I've always wanted to go with these. This one is ridiculous on this side. It is. I've never seen one this big before, and you're not allowed to do this one until you've done this one. With these, I've always wanted to do one, but what I've always hated is this. It's always like a viewing area, and you've got loads of eyes on you, like all the time. But when I came down earlier, it was quite busy. In fact, there's only 2 or 3 people waiting. I'll keep an eye on that through the day, because there's no one kind of watching you at the minute. I've always wanted to go with it, even if I'm rubbish at it. But I've never had to go because it's normally flooded with people in a huge queue. It's one at a time. So yeah, it'd be nice to do that today actually if it's really quiet, or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm standing here so you can... Oh, they've changed it now. Now this wave's on. So this is just a bigger version, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't let you do this one until you say you've done that one first. It's just a bigger version. Would it push you over the top? I'm not going to film him because again, it's not... I wouldn't want to be filmed, so I was purposely stood then so the operator was blocking them. It looks like good fun. I'm pretty sure I'd be useless at it, and I won't be able to film it because that's even with the GoPro. The GoPro would, if it has to be chest mounted, would get in the way. So yeah, let's go for a walk around the park, see what's here. Looks like the lazy river has a big wave just came through. Been in a few of them actually. I think it was actually Dubai where this huge wave which was pushed through every so often. The large family raft slides also look like they have blasters to go uphill as well as downhill. I don't think I've ever been on one actually, a family raft slide. I tend to do the parks by myself. I've never actually been on one with... I've only ever been on very few of the family raft slides. But that one looks like it's got a lift. That one looks like it's got a powered up section. Or a few of them. Lazy river is called YAS. Trying to think. It says no loose articles, but it doesn't say no photography. Do not form chains with the tubes. Also, I have got these, which I actually bought for Wales when I went to do some wild swimming. And why doesn't everybody tell you to get these for water parks? My feet aren't burning to a crisp on the paths. I was wrong about the water slide. The water slide literally is just lubricated and it'll go up. There's no jets involved. I didn't, there's lots of, sorry, there's no jets involved. There is obviously water being onto the slide, but not like the ones with the master blasters where it pushes you up the hill. So I think this is where oh, here we go. That was good timing. So that just causes waves to go through and pushes along. This is a different name. So is there a faster rapid as well? Because this is a different name than the YAS. Maybe there's 2 lazy rivers. Didn't notice that earlier. So we've got the main kind of slide towers face this way. Oh, it's like a nest at the top. It's quite cool, I think. It's got the face forward out the pirate ship, the 6-lane racer. You go face first with that one. Then you got the 2 body slides. The blue one kind of being wavy, and then the green one goes straight down. I genuinely don't do... I mean, the actual face forward body slides are better these days because you're on a mat. The mat slides. Than the actual... These body slides now, we either go straight down or even this. A slow body slide I'm fine with, but anything faster, it just hurts. It just absolutely kills. So, yeah, I won't be doing them anyway. But I'll do the face first ones, and then the ones on the left here are tube slides. I'll do all of them. My top tip with these is when you're on them, lift this bit up a little bit. It stops all the spray from going in your face. I didn't mention it, but I've got a locker. Normally, I tend to think your items are pretty safe inside a water park. However, because I've got my laptop, because of the meeting later, I've had to store that properly in a locker. £10 it was for a locker all day. For a small locker, that is. Yeah, that's okay. I've got no problem with lockers being chargeable if you don't need to use them. Obviously, if you're going on rides and they're having very strict procedures, and I'm turning up with my items in zipped pockets, yeah, I've thought it through, then I'd have the... Then that's when I start to get annoyed that I'd still need to pay. If I had to pay for a locker, I'd be annoyed then. So these are the tube slides. This one's pretty big on the right hand side. Are they all tubes? I think so. This one seems very big on the end. Is it maybe just only for doubles? You see it, and they look like it's like a big dome at the end. And there's a couple of domes actually. We'll see when we go on them. I should have gone on them first really, shouldn't I? Knackers. They're called slithers. I like that. I like the name, slithers. Looks like it's one of those where you have to take your tube up with you, which is always a fun task at a water park. Up, let's be honest, 4 flights of stairs. Also, I'd recommend, like, I'm going to move down here later, under the tree, and it's just going to be really quiet, other than the music, just opposite the queue line for where they start walking up with the tubes. Lots of space. Everyone just normally dumps themselves near their wave pool when they walk in. That's normally the first focal point of any water park. So yeah, recommend that. The cabanas are these, look like desert tents. Quite a nice idea. This is a huge kids area. I can't see anyone from this angle in that shot, so there you go. That bell is telling everybody that the big bucket is about to drop. And that's the worst. Not only do you have all the noise of all the kids, you then have that bell that goes off probably every 3 to 4 minutes, I think. And that's it, and the waves are back on. But that's sort of a loop. So the wave machine, the first wave ride that you saw is over this side to the left. So that's sort of it. It's not very big, but yeah, it's nice enough. Pill temperature, you know, I have my moments about pill temperature. It's very nice. And for £6, this is the mountain. In fact, it doesn't even look that big on camera. That is a huge portion. That's hilarious. I think that's alright value, to be fair, for the size of it. I will say this, I'm not sure about nacho cheese on, or any sort of squirty cheese on the fries. It's okay. I'm not very good with spicy stuff. And people laughing that this isn't like, oh, nacho cheese isn't spicy. I'm that korma guy. And I've got no shame in it. Love a korma. Food done. Oof. It's spicy. Right, I'm going to go and take a few minutes out. And then I am going on slides. Going on a bit of everything. I've also come back to that spot that I recommended earlier. Where it is fully shaded, tree and the shade. I've got access to all the rubber ring slides here. Oh, and it just happens to be a roller coaster next door. Also today, in about 3 hours, it is Eurovision ticket release day. I'm going to try and get tickets purely because it's in the UK when. So I've got some, and it's not liking the fact that I'm in Dubai. The Ticketmaster, the website of Ticketmaster isn't liking the fact that I'm in Dubai. I can't tell whether it's, so Ticketmaster thinks I'm a bot. They keep saying you're a bot, you can't log in. So I'm having to use a VPN to get onto that. But then the VPN doesn't like the public Wi-Fi that's being used. So it's a bit of a pain. I'm going to try and get tickets. I don't want to spend 18 hours on my laptop, but that's what I'm going to try and do. Right, I'm starting to think ants have now chosen me as their cult leader. Why do they keep following me around everywhere I go? They're not everywhere else. They are literally only in this area, and they weren't here like 10 minutes ago. Right, I'm gonna move. The only fun bit about, the only not fun bit, sorry, is having to carry all these up to the top. These aren't even particularly heavy. Just show you a little lift system which took like 50 of them at a time. Oof. Oh my god! The only way to get that clip is portrait, hence why it went momentarily portrait, because of the way you have to hold on, and that's not one of them where I'm going to take my hands off, because halfway on that one though I was pushing down. If you just pull it up a little bit, like literally a couple of degrees, it means you go over the water a lot easier, and it's a lot less of it sprays into your face. I forgot that, even though that was my own advice. After the first 30 seconds, just couldn't see anything. Can you tell which one's the popular one? You get a good view of Flying Aces from over here. Oh, and also the racing coasters, which don't race. Just the yellow one again today. Just gonna wait for this bad boy to go green. It will be quite dark, this one. It's roasting hot here, Jesus! Okay, here's the first half bite. Oh! Let's go to the second one. I'm now sideways, and now I'm backwards. There's the last one. Oh! And that's it. So that wait was about a 10-15 minute wait to get on. That one is the best one, I think, just because it's a little bit longer, which obviously means there's a longer queue, but also it's more random. You get mixed up like a washing machine a little bit more. quick thoughts on the coaster. Actually, didn't actually think when I came off it. It's very nice. It's a Vekoma, I think, because the restraints are exactly the same as what you find at the Paultons Park. No, not that one. Flight of the Pterosaur. So very thin, very bucket seats, so tiny kids can go on it basically. Yeah, there is a mention of laser guns and there is targets, and it looks like some sort of special effects which go off, and but none of that. There was no laser guns, so I don't know what any of that means. It does still say it on the sign about laser guns, but yeah, I couldn't see anything about that. But it was a very nice. Anyone could ride that. If you're scared of coasters, anyone could ride it, except from maybe if you're scared of heights. It's quite a long way down. Right, okay, I'm back after the best part of hour and a half. The two snake slides. One of them was the best single tube ring slide I've ever done, I think. Wasn't very big, wasn't very fast. It was 3 half pipes, one after the other, but 2 in the dark, or little LEDs and stuff. It was really good fun. If you are coming as a 2, don't go on that as a 2. Go as 2 separate ones, so you'll spin and go backwards and move more than you will in a double ring. The mat slides. That drop is steep on there. I don't remember other ones being. I don't remember at Disney where it kind of through Blizzard Beach where you go through the mountains. That was okay, mountains. But that was pretty full on. And then I managed to do both the family raft slides because as I walked past, there's a British family there. You know, oh, we'll have to come back later then, and they were still on the big scale, and they needed more people. In fact, most groups need to be put together. So actually, here it works really well because like ones are like a godsend because they can just go with pretty much any group to get over the. I think the limit was 300. The minimum limit was £350, I think. So they both have that raised area, the bit that it goes up, and it's not being jettisoned with water. I'm guessing here, but I can only guess that underneath the boat there's a magnet which kind of like slingshots you, if that makes sense. It's essentially an LIM launch type scenario. Must be a magnet in the boat, in the base of the boat. And that's the only thing I can think of how that actually works. By the way, you know, if you came before and it was really empty, and there's 5,000 sunbeds. People came and sat. Well, there's no one else here. No one's been here all day, and they'd start ramming next. So like, if this is the sunbed, they sat with sunbeds. These ones like facing me. Why would you choose that one? Why would you? It's like in iRobot. You know in iRobot when they say like, why do robots choose to stand together, or something like that. Here's the clip.
Why is it that when robots are stored in an empty space, they will group together rather than stand alone?
That's what some people are like. I am the polar opposite to that. Not because I'm not approachable. I would never like go, which seat should I'm gonna go right for the one in the next door neighbour. That's what I just don't get it. Why do are you that person who does that? Or are you with me? Am I the wrong one? Am I the one on my own on this? Anyway, so there must be some sort of magnetic launch. If you know how that works, I'd be fascinated to know because I've never seen that before. Those launches were mega, and at the top, massive air time. You flew out your seat. It was brilliant. There's two. There's one with a big funnel, and then there's one with just the raised. It goes up and down, like a Master Blaster type. I did the Master Blaster first, and I was like, oh, I want to do the funnel one really. The Master Blaster type one, Falcons something. That's better because it's a longer ride and there's more, and you get walloped in the face with water every time. But the big funnel is also fantastic fun, and actually it's a bit longer than it looks. It's not just the funnel. There's a few other ups and downs before you get to the funnel. Shortage of boats. It takes forever for the boat. It feels like it's on two boats, and then one goes to your side, one goes to the other side, so it takes twice as long. I feel like, you know, when Disney serves food in the other counting outlets, serve one for one side. There's two queues, but only one server. So yeah, that was really. It's a shame I can't take the camera up to that area. There's a massive viewing area. It's part of the queue line. Also, those raft slides. you do have kind of your own seat and your legs. There's enough room in that boat. I've never sat on one of those boats before. You're not like in a big boat where all your legs are together, which is very awkward. You're in your own little seat, and your legs will slightly touch if it was a full boat, but nowhere near to the degree where you're not like shoulder to shoulder with anyone there. Hello. You may have noticed it's gone dark since the last clip. So I left the park. I had a pretty decent day. It is only small. I was there for about 5 hours, and including like going around, because it's a bit awkward when you want to film it, because you've got to go put your phone in the locker, go and get it back, then go around and film it, then go and put your phone back, then go and do other stuff. My favourite things were definitely the raft slides, because the launches on them took me by surprise, and it's just quite interesting how that works. Nothing really that bad about it, I don't think. If you've enjoyed the video, if you've not seen that I've been to lots of other parks and stuff in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, please look. There's a playlist where all the videos will be. If you do enjoy them, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. That'd be very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next video, which will start with me sitting right here.